Hi everyone, this is Ryan Hoyme, aka Massage Nerd, and tonight we have an icon, I want to say, and I was flabbergasted when your staff actually contacted me to interview you. I just like, is this for real? I just wanted to make sure, because you've been around the industry for so long, and I remember reading about you in books back in the 90s when I went through massage school, and I love those kind of things, so. You actually get to meet your idols and stuff.
Good.
So yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. So this is Judith Aston. So,
hello.
Yeah. So how did you come up with the Aston method then?
Well, you know, I've been teaching for a very, very long time. I've been teaching, starting at a college since 1963, so 48 years.
Okay.
And I was going to UCLA at the same time and getting my degree in fine arts, my master's, my BA and my master's, and a degree in education from UCLA, because I always wanted to teach.
Yep.
And I taught movement and exercise and dance, movement for actors, movement for musicians, and then I started to work with a psychiatrist with his patients, and started to work with how the body communicates in stillness and in motion. And then I would facilitate the person in the hot seat, working with the psychiatrist with their awareness, and then he would work with them on what that would bring up. So that was kind of the arena, was the body as it communicates and as it does everything, daily activities, sports, etc. Always my interest. And so in 1968, I met Dr. Rolf.
Okay.
And I went to her for a session, and I was going to say in my keynote, and stayed 9 years, because she asked me, since she knew I had created programs for different systems, she asked me if I could create a program for Rolf. And that was 1968, April 1968, and I said, sure. No problem. I didn't know anything about it. No problem. So she said, oh, well, I mean, I'll have to train you so you'll know what it is. I said, okay, what is it? And she goes, well, I mean, bodywork. I said, oh, okay. She said, so the class starts June. I said, oh, I really can't. I'm so sorry. Finally I get to go to Europe. I've got all my arrangements. So I won't be able to do it in June. She said, change them. And I said, okay. She said it with such emphasis, it was like there was no choice. So I came back and I trained, and right away, when I was in the auditing part of the training, I would be watching, because as an auditor you mainly watch, and I had a unique way of teaching. You know, she would line people up and say, okay, class, who has the worst pelvis? You know, and you go, oh, I just hope she's not going to pick me today. But anyway, and she would say, so, Ryan, what do you see happening in that body? And you go, well, it looks good, or something, you know. And she'd go, no, man, what's the matter? You're not paying attention. Look at the psoas. Anyway, and I'd be in the back of the room, and people would say, do you know how she sees what she's seeing? And I said, well, I don't see muscles, but I can tell you the pelvis is low. It's closer to the ground on the left, so, you know. And then pretty soon people started migrating to the back of the room. Well, tell me what you see now. And then they'd walk forward and they'd say, well, I see that the right shoulder's low and the left hip is low, and then she'd go, oh, very good. So pretty soon I was creating a job, another job for myself, which was
job security.
Yes, job security. Training people to see body patterns. And I was then asked to do that, and I trained all Rolfers from 71 to 77 in the seeing body patterns and body mechanics for doing body work, so it was less painful and less effortful. And so I did that. And then through the years, Ryan, I started having problems with both the medical model and these traditional postural models. It seemed like every time I would turn around, people were putting on a good posture that made them look on hold. And the one thing that would happen for me is when I saw people go on hold, is I would see that they lost their personal expression. They lost their personality. And I realized that good posture meant putting on a holding pattern of some theory. And I realized I didn't agree with that. So I started to research and find what is it that I believe is good posture, and it should be easy and light and mobile and flexible and elegant. It should be.
Yeah.
So I pursued.
Okay, well, that's awesome. What have you been doing lately then?
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
A little bit too much.
Okay.
It's been an exciting time. I just finished a chapter for Eric Dalton's new book.
Okay.
Eric Dalton's book is called The Dynamic Body. It'll be out in November 2011. And that's an overview of the work. He invited me, he said, "You're the queen of movement. I want to know more about your work, and I want the audience to read more about your work."
Yeah.
So I said, "Well, thank you." So I did. And then Emily Conrad is doing a documentary interviewing women and men who have created whole systems that they started as dancers. And it's called The Moving Legends. So Anna Halpern and Bonnie Bainbridge Cohen and myself and Emily Conrad, etc. And we filmed that a few weeks ago.
Okay.
And then the Royal Massage Conference did a Masters of Bodywork panel with Leon Sheets and myself, Dean, Tom Myers, and Eric Dalton. And then, and that's just the last month.
Well, but it seems like you have so much energy too and stuff, and it's great to see that.
Thank you.
You're passionate about your work.
I do.
Yeah.
You know why? Is I love helping people. I love helping people. And the ideas that have come to me are so simple, and people go, "Oh, how come no one told me that before?"
Yeah.
This wonderful story I tell about this 93-year-old lady who, she was a volunteer at the Museum of Modern Art, I think, in San Francisco, and she kept falling. And she came to me, I don't know if you can see, but I'll try to stay on the screen. Anyway, she came to me, and this was her, leaning back like that. So obviously, you understood why she was always falling.
Yeah.
So anyway, I worked with her, and in one session, she got really quite direct, and we started to work on her walking. And she goes, "Excuse me, dear, why am I paying you all this money for common sense?" And I said, she said, "Well, I'm annoyed that they haven't taught this to me before. It's so simple, and look, I can walk. Look, I'm directly over my feet." It was so much fun, and that's why the people bring the questions, and I'm a problem solver, and I like to figure out the answers.
Yep.
So people that have come with prosthetics, people that have come that have never been out of wheelchairs, people that come on a swim faster and make that one split-second improvement so they can win first instead of second. Those are all challenges that I love. I love.
And what's on the store for you in the future then?
I really do, I really do want to film more segments for people in different arenas, like for musicians, and for exercise, and for rehab, and for elders, and so on. I've done some, but I realize that I've just been excited by doing classes, but if I'm going to get more information to more people, I think this is the right path.
Yes, definitely. And tonight you're actually the keynote for the Massage Therapy Hall of Fame. So, very looking forward to that.
Thank you.
Yeah, I can't wait.
Thank you. It's an honor to be here, and it's an honor to be amongst all these people. Oh my goodness. I mean, you all should read who's here and who's been here before. Oh my goodness. Really impressive.
Yes, definitely. Yeah. And what's the easiest way for people to get a hold of you or to get your information?
Through Aston-Kinetics.com or office at Aston-Kinetics.com is the easiest way. It comes right to our office. And Angelina is our person that runs our office, and she's very good at taking care of people.
Oh, definitely. Yeah. I have many emails with her, and she's awesome.
She is. She is.
Yeah.
So that's great. Yeah.
And it's been an extreme pleasure.
Oh, you're so welcome.
You.
It's a pleasure to meet you.
Thank you.
You're a good guy.
Thank you.
Ryan, really. I appreciate what you're doing and your contributions.
Thanks.
Okay, good.
Yep. Thank you, everyone.
Bye,
Okay.
everybody.
Yep. Perfect.